Every day another daf. In the morning, daf. We love to learn the daf.
Thank you, Hashem, for Daf Yomi. Good morning, Rabbi Isai. Bilu Nishmasi Mimiros Yerusmas Mordechai. Hayoim Chamish Ushleishim Yoim. Shem Chamishosh Shavuos. La Ba'oimer. Chap a Chullin Arain. Chap the Chullin. Rabbi Isai. Chullin Volume 1 sold out in just a few days. Now there's just a few dapping left open for sponsorship. Volume 2. Chullin Volume 1 was gewaldic. It's a much better product. It's getting better and better. And Be'ezer Hashem in Chullin Volume 2 with Elu Traver is going to have a lot of colored pictures. I mentioned already we have Rishus from Kolalosha and plus all our pictures. V'chulu. This chaval that I didn't translate this into English, I'll just try to translate as best as I can. My name is Amichai Klipstein. I live in Eli in Binyamin. I'm with MDY from the beginning of Shavuos about a year ago. I was exposed to Yeshurim because of my friend Oded Harosh, who interviewed you for what? How? Harosh. Yeah, Harosh. Okay, yeah, of course. He interviewed me for Hidabrut. Beautiful Shiurim. Any person that I start a conversation about Torah, I always ask him if he does the daf and does he listen to your shir. Baruch Hashem, I was zocheh to bring a bunch of people to the shir. And hopefully one day I'll open up a satellite location over here in our yeshuv. But above all, you saved my life. Since I left yeshiva, I was looking for a way to learn that would fit my style. And everything that I tried wasn't really whatever. But your daf gave back the geschmack of learning and the will to learn every single day. But more than that, when I started the daf, it was right after a long, shikum, recuperation from an injury I sustained in Gaza. Your shiurim gave me chizuk and the will to keep on going. Baruch Hashem, I'm healthy and whole today with Hakaras HaTov, tremendous Hakaras HaTov to you and all of MDY for the rest of my life. I just did 2 months of miluim in Lebanon on the first lines. You have the front lines. You can't understand the chizuk that there's in the daf. I was Baruch Hashem zocheh to learn the daf every single day. Because Baruch Hu helped me to find time. The boy said he found time. He found time on the front lines in Lebanon. So, in the hardest and the most packed days of warfare, I was able to learn the daf. Thank you, Rebelli. Amichai. Here he is. Picture of Amichai. The London scene, Rabbi Isai. Packed house. Michael Chesel was describing the Everglades using terms learned in Menachos. Beautiful place. Cleveland Siyum. More than 40 people joined the Cleveland Siyum. Unbelievable, Rabbi Isai. Cleveland Siyum. Manchester Siyum. It's growing and growing. B'li Ayin Hara. What's this? Manchester. Wow. We got instruments going. Look, they're all wearing MDY shirts over there. Unbelievable. Look at that. Wow. Woo! Manchester. Kol hakavod. Oh, it's geschmack to the daf. Kol hakavod. Shemi Liefman v'chaverov. Beautiful. Oh, this is also not in English. Okay, we got to get this in English. There's a new satellite location, Givat Sefartit. This I left out yesterday. This is very important, Rabbi. This is a what?
21 is English.
21 is English? Oh.
Now, regarding the song that you sang yesterday on the Shir V'Yi Zari, that's a song that my brother Yankee composed. And the lyrics are not in Avlokas Neres. For Shabbos, it's in a different Adlokas Neres. It's a tefillah from the Shloh.
I like the way he says.
In Adlokas Neres of Chanukah. Okay, it's not in Adlokas Neres before Shabbos, and a woman doesn't say that.
Women don't say it. But Yidden say it.
Before we light Chanukah.
Yidden before we light say it. Women don't. Yidden do.
Children. Anyways, Rebelli, I love your shir every day, and I begged a lot of friends of mine to start.
Shmak.
And it's amazing.
How did he start? Because he was singing, and I got on stage and said, "You got to start the shir."
Love you. Chazak, chazak.
Gewaldig. Okay, was noch? This is this doesn't happen often. From Elchanan Lerner, I just got this morning. My father, Reb Oshi Yedidi Lerner, was nifter yesterday. I want to tell you a story that could be mechazik a lot of people. Should be a schus for him and his neshama. This is him. He came to the Shabbaton to here in Eretz Yisrael. Yeah, the one in the wheelchair. On Sunday, this past Sunday, he was lying and he was on oxygen. He was munsham. How do you say munsham?
Respirator.
A respirator. My mother, my brother was standing next to him. He started pointing to his ear, and he was trying to tell us that he wants to hear something. So my brother asked him, "You want to hear a shir?" He says, "Yes." "You want to hear the shir?" This one shir b'shtila. No. "You want to hear a shiur?" And he said, "Yes." "You want to hear a shir R?" He says, "No." "You want to hear of Rav Stefansky?" "Yes." So he's lying there, munsham, on a respirator with these surei ioiv. He was listening to your shir. My uncle was at the Levaya. My uncle told me the story. I said, "Okay, fine." I sent it to Dave. I said, "This is what they said." But this is from the son. During Shiva, he felt that he has to write me an email. This is the last time we were able to communicate with him. In the last years, they had tremendous isurim. The shir for him was a keren of a thing of light. How do you say keren? A beam of light, a ray of light. And it gave him the koyach to keep on going. And I want to say thank you in his name and in the name of the whole mishpacha. Shekoyach for the hafatzas haTorah and the geshmak you given to learning. A Chonan learner. Oh! I didn't put in that picture. There's a picture of him, okay. He was laying there, I didn't realize. Oh, Lo Lefasim. Okay. Whew. Wow. HaKadosh Baruch Hu help me. No, I saw pictures. I see him laying in a bed with the respirators. I'm not going to show that picture, but I didn't read until the end of the email. I saw the beginning of the email. I was running to shir.
It's like glazed off.
What? Yeah. He saved me. I put in this picture because he's smiling here. It's geschmack. Rabbi Isai, Svir Soimers, Lefuas had Marma Vision Shlita. The official edition, MDY Shas, the Masechta, Zev and Yael Sholhaf. The Perek, the Benedict family, we're going to miss very much. Backed out of the trip on us. Maybe they could still come. Shaya, Yaroslava, it's L'zeich Nishmas, Daf Zayin, Ishti, Hinda, my wife, Hinda, Miriam, Bas Ben Yomen, Zev, Alea, Shalom, Zayin Tevis, Tavshin Pei. Sponsors, the Masechta, David Solomon, dedicated memory of Ari Murray, Reb Shmuel, Baruch, Ben Reb Chaim Tzvi Doiv. The Palchik Family Foundation, in gratitude to the consortium and the alliance and all they do to support MDY. Anonymous. Hatzlach Baruch Nisim Gashmis, and thank you to Chief Benny. Anonymous for a complete refuah Shteiman Arichas Yom Talei Bas Esther, Yomen and Daniela Rosenfeld, Brius of Simcha. Arius Simon is a monthly sponsor of refuah Shteiman Avi Mari Baruch Miriam, Yomen and Daniela Rosenfeld, also a monthly sponsor of Parnos B'Shefa. Weekly sponsors Moshe and Ruchi Markovich, proudly supporting the Daf Yomi in Spanish. Refuah Shlema, Rav Yaakov Ben Lulu, L'nishmas Rav Chaim Gedalia Ben Yeshua. I had you go on there, the first year is over 1,000 views, second year 150. I can't complain. 150 is 150 more than we had before. It's all in Spanish. But the Rabbi Sai, keep on pushing them. If you have any Spanish friends, if you have any Mexican workers, just let them know about it. Zeligans, the Leiden families, Mazel Tov to Ethan Zelig, 15, and Hunter Zeitlin, 14, under 500th daf, halfway to MDY, 1K status. Yumi Fag, Lila Nishmas, Shane the Master Rabbi Chiel. You got to get any way you can get those numbers up. Anyway, Lila Nishmas, Shane the Master Rabbi Chiel, Mechel Aleh Shalom, Lag Boimer, the yard side. Yumi Fag. Ruvi and Chaya Goodwin, Avi and Rachel, and the whole clan with a K. Lekovid, the Kamianskis, I guess. Thank you for making our Aliyah settling in much easier. Anonymous, did you get him to do the daf yet?
No, not yet.
Noch nicht. That's number one in Aliyah. There's daf, there's bank. Anonymous, I love you, Anonymous. MDY London Chevra, thanks to Mordechai Groskov, Chaim David Hoffman, and Avrumi Nezri for a great siyum. Yishkoya Chevra is unbelievable. Anonymous, for the merit of a smooth operation for Rivka Rachama Bat Simcha by her Rachma Bat Simcha by her parents. Amen. Moshe Gutman, in honor. Oh, Moshe Yishkoyach. Wow, it's not the first time sitting in that seat. In honor of my wife and kids who keep on cheering me on, MDY Gutman. I know. What's the real name? Moshe David.
Moshe Daniel Yitzchak.
Wow, MDY Gutman. Moshe Daniel Yitzchak Gutman.
I just found that the Rebbe that teaches the next door over after my office is Moshe David Yehuda Goldstein.
MDY Goldstein. Is MDY Gutman and is MDY Goldstein? But does he do the daf? That's the shayla.
Satmar.
So you don't know? I gave a shir in Satmar. Nisim.
I was there in good.
Yeah? Wow. Nisim Vasali. So you're saying that it wasn't even Satmar, it was a bunch of Litvaks that came in Kerliners. Okay? No, there's a lot of it. Nisim Vasalian and family in memory of Shlomo ben Moshe and Chana bat Nisim. Anonymous, gratitude to Hashem because He does incredible things for us. No, gratitude because He, even not incredible. We're alive. We don't write books called incredible. I'm just breathing. We write books incredible for incredible.
The Miller would write a book about incredible.
I know that's the most I'm giving you and him.
Me?
Leis Tarlo.
With you, man.
For the merit.
Yeah.
For the merit of Refuah Shlema. Incredibles 3. How Nachman Seltzer breathes every day.
That's mamish.
Yeah, this should be a whole book. Leis Tarlo, it should, but there isn't. For the merit of Refuah Shlema, for Tinoy Chaim Ezra ben Rachel. Elisha, that's the center man. Elisha and Peshi Reuben, Lili Nishmat, our son. Wow. Yonatan Mordechai ben Elisha Tzadok on his 10th yard side. His neshama should have an aliyah. Mordechai Sapazing and the Sapazing family, Nishmat, our father and grandfather, Rabbi Yisrael Aryeh ben Rabbi Avram Yishayahu, Sapazing Zechroin Levracha. Harry Zinstein, a complete Refuah Shlema to Shmuel Yaakov ben Bracha Amen. Coil sponsors HYK Ventures in the schus for success of all of our clients. Bion and Daniela Rosenfeld, a Bracha beParnasa. MDY Kids sponsor. Monthly Innovations LLC as a schus for Akiva Simcha ben Feigo. And review this Bas Yafachaya. MDY Coffee Corner month. Cover that Tefillah committee. Da Lifnei Mia Toimed. Was it worth it? Is it working? The kids just not working. Rabbi said we have a tremendous daf. A lot of Agadita. Huh?
MDYR.
Oh, MDY Art. Refuah Shlema, Yonatan Anita ben Beshav Bracha. Refuah Shlema Mordechai ben Esther. Refuah Hayeled Daniel Zev ben Hayeled Esther. We're holding that Vavam and Beis. Heid. Rabbi Yeshua ben Zeruz. What's going on here? Why is it taking more and more time to start the shir?
More and more sponsors.
What? A lot of sponsors today. Daf. What's the next word?
Every day, another daf.
Hey, Rabbi Yeshua ben Zeruz. You know the song? No, sing it. Hey, Rabbi Yeshua ben Zeruz. There's a big chosh of a man. His name was Rabbi Yeshua ben Zeruz. Ben Chamev Shel Reb Meir. He was the son of Reb Meir's father-in-law. In other words, it was his brother-in-law. Yeah. Rabbi Yeshua ben Zeruz is Reb Meir's brother-in-law. Not a simple man. He gave testimony in Fnei Rebbe. He tells Rebbe, I saw with my own eyes, Al Rebbe Meir Shachal Ola Shel Yarak. He ate a leaf of vegetables without giving meiser in Beis Shan. Bet Shan, not like today. Bet Shan is outside of Eretz Yisrael, close to Eretz Yisrael. And I saw Reb Meir eating some leaf without taking meiser. As the Gemara is going to describe later on, if he testifies, he knows it was not. Maybe Reb Meir did it and he didn't pay attention. Maybe Reb Meir whispered something. No. He's testifying. This is Rabbi Yeshua ben Zeruz. He knows what he's talking about. And he's testifying that Bet Shan is not Eretz Yisrael. It's like Lamashal, like Eilat. like right outside, like you don't have to take Meiser over there. It's Chutz La'aretz. So just to give you to spoil it for you, Beit Shan was once Eretz Yisrael. When Klal Yisrael came into Eretz Yisrael the first time out of Mitzrayim, they captured it, they conquered it, it became Eretz Yisrael. The second time around, when they had to do it again, when they came back from Bavel, they did not conquer it. And therefore, it's possible that in this time, when Remei raided, it wasn't considered Eretz Yisrael. You don't have to take Meiser. Rebbe hears this testimony. V'hitir Rebbe is Beishan Kula al Yadi. Based on this testimony of an individual, he says from today on, Beit Shan is Chutz La'aretz. End the story. You don't have to take Meiser from there. Chavro of what happens typically when this happens, something like that. Try to paskin now. A certain city in Eretz Yisrael is not. What's going to happen? The G'daylim are going to come out. It's going to be paskin. He's one of the G'daylim. Nobody could take. Nobody's like I'm the Gadol. Chavro of Echav Ubeis Aviv. All his brothers, his father's mishpacha. Amar Lai Mokim Shavisecha VaAvois Avisecha. Why are you starting something new? Your fathers, your forefathers, Nagu by Isur, they all took Meiser over there. At the Tinuk by Heter. Where do you come from? Like all of a sudden making up a new halacha? Darash Lahen Mikrazeh. So Rebbe says, no. I get it. And then think about it. I should have had my chart again. Rebbe and Avois Avasecha, these are all G'dayei Olam and Gamliel and all these, big people. Darash Lahen Mikrazeh. He says, you find something similar in the Torah, in the Navi, where things didn't happen for generations. Comes somebody in a new generation and takes charge and changes a certain thing. Where do we see it? V'chitas nechash hanachoishesh. Try to say it 10 times in a row. V'chitas nechash hanachoishesh. There was the copper snake in the time of Moshe Rabbeinu. People were dying. Hakadosh Baruch Hu says, make a snake. They look up to Shemayim. They see it's Miramas Hakadosh Baruch Hu, and they do tshuva, and they stop dying. So people over the generations, they like this copper snake. It's not a real snake. It's not a cobra. It's something that symbolizes healing and connection to the Rebbeinu Shalom. It's a nice thing. Asher also Moshe. Until those days, how you b'nei Yisrael mikatrimly. Unfortunately, people took it to the next step. It was good at one generation. The next generation, all of a sudden, becomes about Meifas, the snake, and people start bringing things to this. They start traveling from all over the world toward the snake. Vayikri lo in the Chushtan. So Chizkiah, the Kitas Nechash HaNachoishes, Chizkiah the king, a big tzaddik, son of a big Rasha. He starts breaking the snake. He breaks the snake, and he puts the snake down. He calls him a nechushtan, a copper thing, like a lashon of bizayin. He says it has no value. In Yiddishkeit, this snake is a nothing. Klal Yisrael looked up to it. Moshe Rabbeinu had a trick that they should look up to Shemayim through the snake, but the snake itself is not a healer. Hakadosh Baruch Hu is the healer. Let's break it. It's causing too much tzaras in Klal Yisrael. People are going and then they're worshiping it. So Rebbe says, Efshar ba asa v'lo bi'aroi. Chizkiah's great-grandfather, I don't even know how many generations, but great-great-great-grandfather, Asa, who was a tzaddik, destroyed a lot of Avodah Zarah. Why didn't he destroy this piece of Avodah Zarah? By Yoshafat, Asa's son, we had him yesterday, right? Yoshafat, the tzaddik. V'lo bi'aroi, how come Yoshafat didn't do what you're doing? Like, who are you today? All of a sudden, Rebbe, you decide, not Rebbe, Chizkiah, you decided to break stuff. I understand. Between us and Yoshafat, they destroyed everything. If you think this is Avodah Zarah, they should. What are you, greater than them? Ella?
They still use it today. All the medical facilities have this.
That is the snake, yeah. Oh. Imagine if we had the actual snake today, like in a museum in Yerushalayim.
Next year we'll find it.
Could give me a little piece of it.
Tail of the snake. No, he'll find it.
Elamokim enichula voice of this gathered boy. So what happened after Zayin and Aleph on the top? Yoshafat and Asa, they gave something, they left something over for their grandson to be great through it. Oh, what does that mean? It's Avodah Zarah. So you have to say the pshat is they didn't do it deliberately, they missed it.
It wasn't then Avodah Zarah.
No, that's not what I'm saying. It was Avodah Zarah. It was an oversight on their part. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu did it that somebody else could have something. You can't take everything for yourself.
He said it's mashma on purpose. They says. Mashma, he says it's mashma that they.
Yeah, they talk about it. They talk,
Not
I know.
oversight.
They talk about it. I know. That's one pshat. The Rim Afani, Mokoy Minichuli Avoisel is gathered by, says Rebbe, I who wrote the Mishnah, she's just Sidri Mishnah, but I needed something to be great with. So my greatness, my forefathers, they left me Bet Shan. I took care of Bet Shan. I said it's Chutz La'aretz. Says Gemara Mikan, Tamid Chacham Shomed Dvar Halacha. In this case, Rabbi Yeshua ben Zeir says something that seems very off. He's coming trying to say that a city that we were knowing it's Eretz Yisrael. He's coming and saying that it's not Eretz Yisrael. What's the first reaction? Your first reaction should be kick him out of here, take him, tie him down, and tell him retract immediately. What you're saying is shtusim, retract. We don't force him to retract. So now we have three lashonis that mean the same thing. It's just they're very similar. It's a play on words. And some people say it's not mezichin as to retract. It means a maznichin oisa. You don't ignore him. He comes, take him seriously. Sometimes the Talmud comes in and he says it's a silly thing. Your first reaction is to laugh at him. No, don't ignore him. Don't say, oh, what about Gaiva? He comes in here. Chutz ben yak. He says that it's Chutz La'aretz. Who are you? Generations, we know it's Eretz Yisrael. Rebbe took it seriously. And Rebbe changed it based on his testimony. It's a lashon of to separate. You shouldn't separate the choshen from the Kohen Gadol. Where's the choshen? Don't separate it from him. Don't separate him from his pshat. He said, this is what it is. This is my testimony. Don't force him. Don't abandon him. Hashem is not going to abandon Klal Yisrael even though they do terrible things. From the time that there's a tremendous amount of Gaiva, Rabba Machlokes Yisrael causes Machlokes. Gaiva causes Machlokes. Moshe Rabbeinu, with the greatest Anav, at the same time was the greatest what? Greatest Bal Torah. Had the most Torah. Like it goes together, the Anava and the Torah. Masculine review the brother of Shimon ben Pazi. So Rabbi Yehuda brother of Shimon ben Pazi asked a question. What are you talking about? How could Rabbi say B'Shan is not Eretz Yisrael? So if you have a pencil, I would just put in because Hoirish over here means they didn't. How do you say legaresh? To chase out, to drive out, to expel. Oh, they didn't expel. The Klal Yisrael, what?
I heard they were a lot when I was a kid.
Thank you. You see, sometimes you don't know why you hear these words, and they come back for Torah later on in life. Mamish. V'lo Hoirish, Menashe, Beishan. Klal Yisrael took over Bet Shan. V'lo Hoirish, they didn't expel the Goyim from there, but it says that they captured Bet Shan. V'ez B'nisel. And all the accompanying little shtetlach that all around it. So it's a kasha? No. He missed a simple thing that Reb Shimon ben Eliyakim said in the name of Reb Elazar ben Padas. So if you heard this last night, don't jump in here. I want to point something out, something interesting. Who is Reb Elazar ben Padas? Who says it in the name of Rabbi Elazar ben Shamua. Who are these two people? Super interesting. Rabbi Elazar ben Padas is what?
He's an Amoira.
Very good. How do you know?
Huh?
Yeah, you're right. What's your name? Remind me again.
Yeshua Weiss.
Shalom Aleichem. It's not the first time here.
No.
Shalom Aleichem. So who is Rabbi Elazar ben Shamua? An Amoira also?
Tamen.
Tana.
They were both Kohanim, no.
Oh, so listen to this. Rebbe Elazar ben Badass is right. Rebbe Elazar ben Badass is the official Amoira called Rebbe Elazar. Every time it says Rebbe Elazar as an Amoira, because sometimes you see him arguing with another Amoira, so you know he's an Amoira. He lived in a different generation. So that's Rebbe Elazar ben Badass. The official Rebbe Elazar, when it says Amar Rebbe Elazar, it's Rebbe Elazar ben Shamua, who's a Tana. Here you have both of them in one sentence, and it says their names. It has to say their names because it can't say Rebbe Elazar Shamar Mishum Rebbe Elazar. So it says Rebbe Elazar ben Pedas, the Amoira, the famous Amoira Rebbe Elazar. Yeah, because sometimes an Amoira is usually called Rav Elazar, but sometimes it's called Rebbe Elazar when they live in Eretz Yisrael, etc. So Rebbe Elazar ben Pedas said in the name of Rebbe Elazar ben Shamua, Harbe krachim kivshu oile Mitzrayim v'lo kivshu oile Bavel. Bet Shan was captured in the first round when Klal Yisrael came out of Mitzrayim, but later on, v'lo kivshu oile Bavel. Bet Shan is one of these cities that were not recaptured. So what's the difference? Because Sovar Gedusha Rishona Kitchel L'Shat Over the Kitchel Asa do not have a trauma on me now because we're going into Agadat in 10 seconds. It's a 1 minute thing. There's something called Gedusha forever and Gedusha not forever. The first time around when they came in, the Gedusha didn't last. So Bet Shan had a Gedusha, it was part of Eretz Yisrael, but it didn't last. Klal Yisrael unfortunately went into Golos. They went to Bavel. When they came back from Bavel, then whatever they captured lasted. But guess what? They didn't recapture Bet Shan. So Bet Shan at one point, it says in the Pasuk, they captured Bet Shan. You're right, they captured it the first time around. But they didn't capture the second time around, so it didn't have a Kedusha the second time around. Why didn't they capture the second time around? It's right there. Why, capture it. They had a very good reason. They needed a way for the poor people to survive Shemitah. If nobody's planting, because it's also for you to plant, what do? So you have Chutz La'aretz, Yivul Chul. It's right there next to Eretz Yisrael. We don't capture it, so it has a loch of Chutz La'aretz, and now I can plant on Shemitah. Now the poor people have what to eat.
Another loophole.
It's not a loophole. That's the whole point. It's not Eretz Yisrael. A loophole means that it's Eretz Yisrael, and today, for Shemitah, I'm going to sell it and consider it Chutz La'aretz. I'm never capturing it. I never captured it. It remains Chutz La'aretz 100%. It's not a loophole. Why is it a loophole? It's not a trick. I'm just not going to capture it.
They didn't capture it in order to make this.
100%. But I don't have to capture it. That's not a loophole. If I don't buy something, that's a loophole. If I sell something for Pesach, if I don't buy chametz, here, check this out. I don't buy pizza Erev Pesach, so I'm not going to have chametz. I'm not in my freezer. Wow, what a loophole. I didn't buy it. It's not mine. If I don't capture it, it's not Klal Yisrael. It's not Eretz Yisrael.
It was given to them by God's
No, it wasn't. It was only given whatever we capture is given. What we don't capture is not given.
Unless you delineated the boundaries of Eretz Yisrael.
He didn't. But Bet Shan is outside. It's not the Bet Shan that you think of. It's outside. It's like in Syria. What?
Not that big Shan. The Chaim would say it's not that big Shan. It's a different big Shan.
Exactly.
How do you farm it?
I think you're thinking that Bet Shan is in the center of Eretz Yisrael, and they didn't capture it, so it's like it's on the outskirts of Eretz Yisrael. It's like Eilat. Think about it as Eilat. They didn't go as far as Eilat. They decided to stop right here, so that stayed outside. They could have. The first time they went further, and the second time they didn't.
How do you farm it?
Hold on, what are you saying? How they what?
How do you farm it if it's not yours?
No, it is yours. They didn't capture it.
It's not officially.
It's not. They didn't get it right. They didn't make it part of Eretz Yisrael.
Isn't that a lack of emunah?
No,
I said the whole country.
no, you have to do shtadlus. You have to do
The
shtadlus.
whole idea of this
Shemitah.
of Shemitah is that Hashem will take care of you. But you have to worry
Yes,
about
but I have to worry
everyone.
about. No, I have to worry about them. You have to do shtadlus.
Okay, that makes sense. But that's not what the Gemara says. That's not what the Gemara says.
Everybody said good stories are coming out.
That's not what the Gemara says.
Where's the Viter man? He's involved. He's involved in the thing. Yeah. Shaloita Vaisheni. Alta Vaisheni. You're not allowed to ask me these kashas. Go to another Magid shir.
Now?
Whenever the feeling comes. Just a simple question, a few questions, and we get into the Agata. Oh, here. Yeah, Dave is in the booth, so check it out. Remeir, what did he eat? He ate a leaf. You're allowed to eat a leaf. Rabbi Yisai, in Hilchas Trumas HaMaisros. You only have to, first of all, what are you chayiv on Trumas HaMaisros Midaraisa? Only you dug on tears, v'yitzar, wheat, wine, and oil. But besides that, he ate, as you're eating, if you're eating achilas arai, you're picking, there's a tomato that didn't have a gemar malacha. What's a gemar malacha? You make a pile and you smooth it out. You put it into a package. He grabbed he's eating achilas arai. It's not chayiv and meiser. He didn't even eat a tomato, he ate a leaf. Omarlei. No, we're talking about meiser now. Nothing to do with Shemitah. That's something else. Don't mix the two. We're talking about meiser, the chiyuv of meiser. Omarlei, ma'guda achlei. He ate it from a package. It was already tied together as one, and that's it. That's the gemar malacha. Usnan york hanegad. If it's the type of vegetable that, typically speaking, you put together in a package, mishiyagit. So once you tie them together, it's gemar malacha. Okay, fine. And this is the Agata right here. And this what leads us into the full everything until the end of the Shir is Agata. Maybe Meir simply wasn't paying attention and he grabbed something off a plate and he forgot to take Meiser. Oh, that's impossible. If the animal of Reb Pinchas ben Yair, as the Gemara is going to talk about, what happened? HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't allow the animal to eat without Meiser. Tzadikim atzim le'kolchin, so it's Tzadik. Pinchas ben Yair himself, or Reb Meir himself, he's going to eat without taking Meiser. So that's the third time we have that story, and the Gemara is going to have to explain to us what the story is. But the Gemara asks, "V'dilmi Yisrael alei memokim acher," and maybe he had in mind, I have a package of tomatoes at home, so when I get home, I'm going to use one of those tomatoes as Meiser. Meanwhile, I'm going to eat this. No, impossible. He's a chaver, he's a person, he's a tzaddik who's makbid on Trumas HaMaisros, he's makbid on Tumen Tahara. He wouldn't do that. Litram Shaloi ben Amukov. He wouldn't take Truma, something that's not next to the Paris right here. It has to be next to it. Says Gemara, you don't have to be mafresh Truma. You don't have to separate it. You could look at a bunch of fruit and look. The ones on the right, I'm going to use as Truma Meiser. The one on the left, I'm going to eat. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe he did Truma Meisers on the spot. This is Rabbi Yeshua ben Zeruz. If he says he saw, he knows what he's talking about. If that's what happened, Remeir was looking over there and he did over there, Rabbi Yeshua ben Zeruz would have noticed it. He knows all the tricks. He's done it himself. He knows what's mutter, what's aser. It's impossible that he was saying the whole nusach of the Chazon Ish on Trumas HaMaisros and he didn't notice. He would have noticed. You know if the brisker of is taking Trumas HaMaisros or not. It's not. Maybe. That's not what happened. Fine. So just remember this because I want to point out the Maharsha on Amud Beis. Maybe you look at a plate and you say to yourself, okay, the Truma Meiser I'm going to take from these two on the left side, on the right side, and then I'm going to eat from the left side. There's such a thing. Says Gemara, here's the story. What's going on here? This behemoth that wasn't nichshal in Trumas HaMaisros. Says the Gemara, the story, the Rebbe Pinchas ben Yair have a causal opinion shvuim. The guys worked 11 hours, a production like unbelievable, a crazy investment in time and energy. You'll see it at the end of this year, a Meshugana video. Bemet, on a whole, what they could do, what they pull off in a day, it's unbelievable. It's 2 minutes of just this whole story in a nutshell. For kids, you show it to a kid will remember this forever. And there's one mistake in the video, one geschmack mistake. Let's see if you can pick it up.
Was it a donkey?
Where?
No, I'm saying mistake.
No. Worse than that. The Rebbe Pinchas ben Yair have a ka'azal pidyon shvuim. He was going to redeem somebody. Pidyon shvuim. I just saw mamish 2-3 days ago. There's a real pidyon shvuim. I forgot what happened. They arrested in Colombia. They arrested a guy, and they just need. They said if you give him $20,000, they won't kill him or something. They want to kill him?
Kill him? I think so.
No, they only had to come up with a certain amount of money, and then.
The guy who got killed in Colombia.
Mamish now?
Yeah.
Oh, he's kidnapped or something. No, you're talking about a different thing. There's a Chassidish guy, they just found him, in Colombia. That's something else. There's another guy that I forgot what it is. They said, you just need X amount of money and we could get him out of there. And they put it on Yeshiva World News or something. Pidyon Shvuim, they said, the Gedolim said it's a real Pidyon Shvuim. Paga Bey, Beginoi Nahara. So he's walking with his donkey to do Pidyon Shvuim, and there's a river in front of him. Amar Lei, Ginoi, he tells the river, Ginoi, Chaloik li memecha Kriyas Yamsuf. I want Kriyas Yamsuf Zman Hazeh. I want to go through. Omar Lei, so the river, the sire of the river, responds to him. Guess what? Who says you're better than me? You're going to do a great mitzvah of Pidyon Shvuim. What I do every day that the water goes through and goes through, all I'm doing is Ratzon Hashem. Who knows if you'll be successful? Maybe they won't accept your redemption. What I'm doing is I need to continue doing Ratzon Hashem. So you threatened him. Yeah, you have no choice over here. If you don't split the water, you can do Ratzon Hashem for the next 5 minutes, but that's it. You're going to be done for life. If it's up to me, I could stop you forever. So if you want to do Ratzon, big talk, you want to do Ratzon Hashem, open up right now. Okay, that's it. It sounds scary. So you open this Kriyas Yamsuf. Somebody with him doing a mitzvah, schlepping wheat for matzah. I want you to open up the water again for this guy. The mitzvah, he's doing a mitzvah. Opens. There's one Arab dude who's with them, like accompanying them, helping them out, showing them the way. I want you to open the water for him. Oh, look at these Jews. When they need them, they use them, but as soon as they don't need them, they dump them on the other side of the river. I don't need a Chil Hashem here. Open up the waters. Split the river. Chalak splits the river. Look at him. Pinchas B'Yair is greater than Moshe Rabbeinu and 600,000 people. What's going on here? We know Kriyas Yamsuf is the greatest miracle that ever happened, and I mean, from the greatest, I'm not judging the numbers, but Kriyas Yamsuf, we have a whole seder about it, and then Pinchas B'Yair, many generations later, he says, that was before Matan Torah. Klal Yisrael didn't have Schusim. So it's a tremendous. Once we have the Torah, Pinchas B'Yair was coming from a different position. He's coming from a position of Torah, full of mitzvahs, and Torah, it's different. It's easier. Moshe Rabbeinu was only able to do it once. Over here, Pinchas B'Yair did 3 times. Says Gemara, over here, maybe it's also once. Maybe it means to say that he was as great as, not greater, as great as Moshe Rabbeinu and 600,000 Yidden. Bekitzer, the Maisa continues, he gets to an inn. Today they would like, refuel your car. Over there they refuel your donkey, they give him a barley. Lo yochal. He refused to eat. Chaftinu. So the first time I read it, I thought it meant like they beat him up. Chaftinu, Rashi says, means they did nipui. They took the barley and they separated. They thought maybe it's not good quality. Rashi says it's impossible that it means that they separated the shaft from they sifted it, but on a simple level to make it better to eat, because it has to be that was chayiv b'maiser. Otherwise, this whole story wouldn't exist, and it won't be chayiv b'maiser if it's in the first stage of where you have to separate the shaft. It's not edible. We're talking about it's edible. Just what? Maybe it wasn't the best. So put it through a sifter of barley. The ready-made barley. Just make sure there's no stones in there. Lo yachal. He wouldn't eat from it. Nakrino, so they said, okay, maybe there's some. With their hands, they looked through it to see what's going on. Lo yachal. They still didn't eat. So Pinchas B'Yair sees what's going on here. Is it possible you didn't take meiser? Asrinu v'achal. He went ahead, he took meiser, and he ate. The donkey ate. They took meiser from this barley, and the donkey started eating. Omar aniyazu this donkey, this poor donkey, she's going to do pidyon shvuim. I can't believe what you just did. Try to feed her. Yeah. So I want to tell you a fascinating marsha. Anybody that hears the question is going to be blown away.
You do every marsha.
Huh?
You do every marsha.
I do every marsha that's small and interesting like this one. The marsha has a kasha over here. I understand. If the Gemara says that Remeir could look at the meiser, could look at a plate and say, that side of the plate is meiser, that side of the plate I'm going to eat, why didn't the donkey do that? And the donkey could have eaten the food by himself. So it's a kasha. I was like, what do you mean? How could a donkey take meisers and this and that? Okay, there's a bunch of tirutzim, but there's a Noida Yehuda. Somebody came to the Noida talks about this. He takes this marsha's question seriously, at least for his vart. Somebody came over to him and said that the Bachram used to get yomim. Yomim is they used to give tag, yomim, tag. It's the same word. Yomim, tag. I guess in Europe it's tag. The Balbadim would give food to the Bachram, Yeshiva Bachram. So he comes and says, your Bachar, he ate the entire plate. He didn't leave anything over in the plate. Like in the Chullin video. Yeah, that was like. So he says, I want to tell you. He says, the Marsha asked a question on Chullin Daf Zayin Beis, how come the donkey didn't do his own meiser? So the pshat is very pashut. The donkey made a cheshbon. If there's a plate in front of me, and 20%, 10% of the plate I don't eat, so the guy tomorrow is going to give him 10% less. And then he's going to have to take meiser that. So every day he's going to say, oh, the donkey's not eating. Why should I give him that much? I'll give him less. He says, my yeshiva guy doesn't eat the whole thing on the plate. Tomorrow you're going to give him less. So he wanted to show. Okay. Anyways, but he took the Marshal's question seriously. Shalom Aleichem, what's your name? Remind me your name? Shalom Aleichem, from?
Howell, New Jersey.
Shalom Aleichem, I saw you in Park City. With the ganze Kvutza over there, the Nasiya Kvutza. Shalom Aleichem, what's your name? What's your name? From? Baltimore. Were you at that Baltimore Museum or it was?
No, we were in.
You're in Israel already. You mechazik that market. You got to be mechazik. Baltimore means chizuk. There's a lot of people that do the daf there, but they don't. What's your name? From Switzerland. Landsman. I hold myself a shtickle Swiss. Yeah. Stefansky. And you, Shalom Aleichem.
Eric Zowski, I was here yesterday.
Yeah, I know. But what's your name again?
Eric Zowski.
Shalom Aleichem. Okay. So the Gemara. Sponsor. Adar Global, Specialist in International Financial Services. Chaim Milrad for Shleimi Mirasi, Fradato Baschar, Basach Sharchal Yisrael. Umi Mechayva, what is a donkey mechuyev to eat something that has meiser? V'dnan. Halakach lezero v'lebehema. If somebody purchases dmai, now obviously, if you're going to purchase fruit from a store, I don't care who you give it to. You can give it to your animal. You have to take meiser from it. But if you're going to purchase dmai, which is food that you buy from an amaretz and you're not sure if you took trumas or meisers, so then it depends. If I purchase it specifically for animal feed, then you're potter. I like this meiser. This guy comes in through Ben Gurion over here with like a giant bag. So the guy asks him over there, what's in the bag? He says, it's bird feed. He says, bird feed? So let me open it up. So he rips it open. It's geschmacke coffee. He says, my bird feed. He says, listen, I give it to my bird. If he wants to eat it, he eats it. He doesn't want to eat it, he doesn't eat it. What's bird feed? If it's all stuff for side things, to flour for your hides, or oil to do your light or to dishes, you don't have to take meiser. So over here also, if he bought this fruit, this barley, for the animals, so he's potter. So Gemara says, read my law. That's because if he purchases it initially for the animal. If you bought it for your own consumption and then you decided you wanted barley for your child, and you said, I have a bunch of barley, let me give it to my animal, then it's too late. Then chayiv la'aser. I just love this lashon in Taisvus, tap Taisvus. Raises Rabbi Lemishanamidi doesn't say Elayshiv lehem the machmira nafsha. The donkey is potter. The donkey is potter from meiser. But the donkey's a machmir. Chamor machmir. It's a murder the galoshin. But why do I love it? Because sometimes if you're a donkey and you have chumras, you remain a donkey. The chumras don't help you become a mensch. I mean, if you're a adam and you have chumras, givaldik, but first you have to be a mensch. The mechamra nafsho. Ma? It's a murder that we have to have a new van. There's the midas van. There's a chamorim and machmirim. It's a good lashon. Chamor machmir. Tosfos says it. The machmir anafsha. It's a chamor with a lot of chumras. It's a bisk chamor. It's unbelievable. Murdik. No, Hasish can know from them. It's chamor machmir.
Gemara says that.
Right. We're not even like the donkey.
They say
Right.
How come we don't learn from Avram Avinu's donkeys?
Oh, they speak about it. They speak about it. They ask the kasha with the gemalim you're asking.
Much more. Go back to the beginning.
But I didn't understand the kasha because you have to do your shtadlus. It's the same thing. You have to act in a certain way. You can't say, oh, my camels are not going to eat. They're not going to eat gezel. They're not going to eat this.
Flocks didn't eat from the.
Avram Avinu is a kasha because why did Eliezer have to muzzle them?
Right. Why did they have to muzzle? They ask. I know, but they ask why did they have to muzzle.
And they didn't.
But they ask why did he muzzle them? Don't muzzle. They're not going to eat. That's what they ask. Okay. So then we have this side. Vatanya, and if you have a pencil, you should write the word benichusa right above the word of Vatanya. It's not a question, it's a raya. Vatanya, halikach peres min hashuk la'achila. If you take fruit from the marketplace, to eat. And then later on you decide to give it to your animal. Do not use it for your animals. Elam kein iser. You must take meiser. Shoma Rebbe heard that Reb Pinchas ben Yair is coming. Nofak. Oh, this is a chamor machmir. Where did you get that from? Who sent it?
Someone from the Hebrew Shir yesterday.
After they said chamor machmir, somebody's made it. Okay, very nice. Sometimes those back in the day, that was like the AI that we had. They made a little picture and like, wow. Chometz u'matzah tishmor. Chometz u'matzah says, "Ulekachtem lochem pri-eitz hadar kapoin tamarim v'anaf eitz avos v'eitz arava." And they even tell you where it is. Vayikra chav gimel. It's probably not there. Okay, gewaldig. Zog the Gemara. That's how you could tell. Like I really had a question on a certain. There's a picture from. I don't remember, it was Rishon by Choi's cave or something. It's like, is this AI or not? And then when you zoom into the signs, the words are upside down, and then it's like, you know that it's AI. Omerlen. Shoma Rebbe. Pinchas ben Yair is coming. Novak Lape, he ran out towards him. This video that I'm about to show you has literally every word of the story. It's crazy. Please do me a favor. I want you to come eat by me. So he says, sure, I'll come eat. As we're going to see at the end of the story, Reb Pinchas ben Yair has a minhag, he doesn't eat by anybody. He said yes to Rebbe, but Rebbe is the Gadol Adar, wealthiest man in the generation, greatest Gadol, Tzaddik. Rabbeinu HaKadosh, he's Kadosh. I'll eat by you. So Rebbe is so excited. Omar Loi, what are you so happy? What do you think? I was Madar Ano, I'm not going to eat by you? Of course I'm going to eat by you. Yisrael Kedoshim Heim. The Kadosh. So there's a murder that Tosfos here. Every Tosfos, but we do every Tosfos. I'll just do one more line and then I'll read the Tosfos. Yesh, he says, Yesh roitzev ein loy. There are many people who want to invite people, but they pasha don't have. He says Tosfos. I hope I have it here. Yeah, Tosfos. Va'afilu hachi yikru kedoshim. Why are they considered Kedoshim if they don't invite you? The fact that he just invites you, he says, please come to me, and then you say, no, I'm dafnished, and you say, okay, fine, dafnished. But you want him to say dafnished. What? Yeah. Okay, fine, sorry. So fine, I'll just say it over here, I started saying it. When people have busha, that busha, just from the fact that they want, even though they don't want, that itself, they're considered Kedoshim, even if they're not so good as we see. Hold on, but let me just say this. So we'll get there, I'll say it again.
No, but he,
right.
He really wants, he would love to.
He just has a Yetzirah that he can't. No, on the next one he's saying, V'yeshloi, v'neroitze, he has, he doesn't want to give. I'll say the story about Rabbi Kamenetsky, because I couldn't really figure out who it was, but let's say it's Rabbi Kamenetsky who's at somebody's house, and the guy offered him to eat. She says, my doctor doesn't allow me. So when he left, his person said, what do you mean the doctor, since when did the doctor say you can't eat? He says, my doctor's the Rambam. And the Rambam says, if somebody doesn't have enough to even feed themselves, you're not allowed to eat. So my doctor doesn't let me eat. That's what I told him. Okay? Listen, if you want people to believe your stories, you have to believe everybody else's stories.
Doesn't make sense, this guy.
There are people who have, but they're just too stingy, and they don't want. Don't eat bread with somebody that has a bad eye, stingy. And don't have a taiva for his unbelievable foods. Has a bitterness in his neshama. He's going to tell you, come eat. He's not with you. Yet, Taisa says, so he's a kaddish because Lamaisa, you eat by him, and he doesn't really want you there, but he still has a kedusha. The Rebbeinu Shalom is machshavit because he invited you out of embarrassment. But you, Rebbe, I know you have the ability. You're the wealthiest man in the generation, and you also want me to be. I'm on a very big rush. The mitzvah tarachna, I got to run, get this guy out of captivity. When I get back, on the way back, I'll come in. No, what do you think happened on the way back? What do you think? You think you ever made it there? Because that's the yisoid. You have the inspiration now. You gotta act on it now. You never know what's going to happen on the way back, on the next day, who knows? Who knows? Kiyasa. So he's on his way back. He's a man of his word. Isrami. It happened. Ol bahu pischa. This Isrami is a big word. Isrami just happened. It's not just happened. Because Baruch Hu is mazmin that should happen. That what? He took the wrong door. Ol bahu pischa. Davakaymin bay kunayasach yavarasa. A bunch of pit bulls and Doberman pinchers, white donkeys, the worst of the worst. These white donkeys are killers. Omar, Malchamav is bevesa. In the video, when he says Malchamav is bevesa, you'll understand. It's confusing. All of a sudden, it turns into Malchamav. He has animals of death over here, dangerous stuff outside of his house. You think I'm going to eat by him? Shama Rebbe. Rebbe heard that he's refusing to come in. Novak Lapi, he ran after him. What's the problem? I'm going to sell them. You're not allowed to sell them because you're creating a stumbling block to somebody else. So I'll make them hefker. What do you mean hefker? You're going to have these white donkeys running around the streets killing hundreds of people. You're making more hezek. I could do something. I could chop off the bottom of the hooves, whatever. They're not going to be dangerous. But that is going to create a tsar for the animal. So what should be the answer? I'll kill them. So what should be the answer? Tsar Belachayim. No, there's no Tsar Belachayim when you kill an animal. You see, you saw it. If you kill him humanely, there's no Tsar Belachayim. Just what is another problem. Ikabal Tashchas. You're getting rid of something that has value. Did I say donkey? These are not donkeys. These are mules.
Onagers.
Who?
Onagers.
They have them around still? They're dangerous? Oh, they're wild onagers? They live here in Eretz Yisrael? Maybe that's the thing I caught in Tifrach. I caught a white mule. He needed them for work, and he was taking care of them. I don't know. Bocho Rebbe v'Omar.
No.
Oh, sorry. What?
You have to thank a Princess Benyor, they had a mule to ride.
So he didn't give up. He asked him again and again. So a miracle mountain just went in between them, and that was it, protected him. Rebbe started crying. Because Baruch Hu helped out Rav Pinchas Ben Yair that he shouldn't come into my house. He saw the mules. He went in the wrong door. So certainly, when after they die, HaKadosh Baruch Hu protects them. Tzaddikim are greater in their death more than in their life. And the Gemara goes into the whole thing here. So let me just show you the video now before I forget. The boys, I have a seat. Everybody together. Al Yisroel Avechoracheh Ya Yerushalayim Irechoracheh Miracheh Al Tziyoy Mishkan Gevoidecho Okay, Rabbi Isai, Yishkoyach, we have a new Talmud Chover. How's it going, Yaakov? No? Let me show you a gewaldige video. We got to finish this year.
Yahin Karim. Allah الصديق לפדות שבורים. איתו נושא חיטים לפסח, ואני ערבי הקטן, פתאום נהר. גנאי חלוק לי ממך, אמר הצדיק, אבל הנער התעקש, יגזור עליך שלא יעברו בך מים. ואז נחלק, ושלושתנו עברנו יחד.
Oh, that's the mistake. But the Gemara says maybe it happened once. The Gemara says maybe.
הצדיק את השבויים חזר בדרכו. בא לאכסניה, אמר יביאו סורים לחמור, אבל חמור לא אוכל. ליבו כברו, לא אוכל. לילו עשרתם שאל הצדיק, עשרו, אכל. איי 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 איי. אפילו חמורו הצדיק. שמע הרבי הקדוש שפנחס בן יאיר חוזר, יצא לקראתו אור ובניו. תסוד הצליחי, יחו יא זלמה, כן רבי כן. ושמח רבי, אוי כמה ששמח. בא לחצה רבי, פתאום מה הוא רואה? מה הוא רואה? ברדות לבנות, ברדות, לבנות כשלג. עצר, לחמוות פה. יחסות בבית זה, והלך, פשוט קם, אני רואה. רץ רבי החרם, בחור אותן, לפני עבר לא תיתן מכשול, תפקיר, תרבה הנזק, יקור גדיהן, תרבה לחיים, הרגן, אבל תשחית. ואז אחים שלי ירחו יזלמה, חר, אשכרה חר. בחרבי הר גדול צמח ביניהם בחרבי הם בחייהם כך למיטתם על אחת כמה וכמה וזה אחים שלי יא זלמה סיפור על הצמח איי איי וכך חברים נגמר הסיפור
A lot of work. Shkoyach. Okay, let's just finish up over here. Oh. Vayim Koivrim, do we have time? Oh, a minute. Okay, fine. Once we're late, we're late. Shnemar, Vayim Koivrim Ish. They were in the middle of burying a Rasha. Vihine Ro es Hagidud. And all of a sudden they see the army of Moav coming. Vayashlichu es Haish Bekever Elisha, the famous story. They dropped the body in they used to bury in a cave, so it was open, and they threw the body into the cave. Vayelach vayiga, and this Rasha touches Hoish ba'atzmis Elisha, and he touches the bones of Elisha. Vayichi, and the Rasha wakes up. Vayokam al Raglov. So what do you see from here? There's Tchias HaMeisim by touching Elisha, but when Elisha was alive with the Ben Hashunamis, he had to do something. He had to put his hands, he lied on him, breathed, the whole thing. And over here is just the touch. So you see that he's greater when he's dead. Eliyahu Hanavi gave Elisha a bracha that he's going to do double the Tchias HaMeisim as himself. And Eliyahu Hanavi did one Tchias HaMeisim. When you see me go up, then you'll know you'll have double as me. And Memela, the reason why he woke up at Tchias HaMeisim wasn't Elisha's chus, it was Eliyahu Hanavi's chus. What kind of bracha is it? What kind of Tchias HaMeisim is it? If he didn't even get to go to his house, I'll tell you real quickly, every time I see this, and I said this Maisa because it's a crazy story. There's a guy, his name was Donnie Herbert. He was a firefighter. Look it up, a firefighter. I think it was Herbert. They wrote a book about him. He was trying to put out a fire in America somewhere, and he fell through the roof. And he was in a coma for 10 years. For 10 years, he was out cold. And one day, he wakes up, and he starts talking full sentences. And he told his family exactly what happened that day, where he was and why he fell. And he schmoozed with his kids, the whole thing, everything. And after 24 hours, right back into the coma. And then he died a little later. Rabbi Grieman, please, hold on. Shachris is coming, then we can do all the schmoozing.
Yeah.
You got the name, right?
Just don't make
That's the name.
What? Yeah, that's the name?
That's the name.
There's a musik of a person after such a... So over here, no, it just reminds you, he's dead, completely dead. He wakes up for what? Just for a few moments. So he could walk away from Elisha, and then he's dead again. Imagine the family, they're schmoozing with this firefighter, the whole thing, everything's gewaldig, he's gone. So it says like this. So, but how was it that that Elisha did two Tchias HaMeisim? Says the Gemara, Rabbi Yochanan, Sheripa Tzaras Namon, Shishkula Kemes. If you remember yesterday, we had this. The Gemara says there's a Ketana that was a Nara. The Gemara says the contradiction. So what does the Gemara say? She was Ketana de Minoirin. This is the Ketana that told this. He was the general of Aram. He had Tzaras. He says, "Why don't you try Elisha? He's going to heal your Tzaras." And this is what happened, Rabbi. I like the small things in the videos. You don't watch the videos? You don't watch the videos? What's that? You're scared you don't want to cheat. You don't want to ruin the scene.
Right.
אלישע הנביא!
הנביא אמר שתלך לטבול בנהר הירדן 7 פעמים.
לא רק שהוא לא יוצא, אלא הוא ממליץ לי על הנהר הפשוט הזה?
אדוני המפקד, הגענו עד לכאן. אולי תנסה בכל זאת ללכת.
If he came up to here, we should try it anyway. He was not happy that Elisha didn't come outside to greet him. This is the best part right here. Sheriba Tzaras Namon. So that's Tchias HaMeisim. Shishkula Kemes, because somebody has Tzaras is like a dead person. Shenemar, I'll know Tzi Kemes. So you see in the Torah considers somebody with Tzaras a dead person. Rabbi Sai, have a wonderful day.
Merit the schus of spreading Torah throughout the world. Sponsor a shir today. MDYsponsor.com or sponsor at MDYDaf.com.